Imagine a melody that feels like longing, love blended into a single breath. Soft, nostalgic, and timeless. That's the sound of Nihavend. Romantic, delicate, emotional, and a bit introverted, but undeniable beautiful. Welcome to my channel. I am Bahay Etkin, and in this series we are exploring Turkish makam music in depth with their theory, historical context, practical use, and analysis of iconic pieces. If you enjoy this content, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And check out BY Music Shop for unique oud theme designs. The links in the description below. The Nihavend Makam originates from the Kürdî fret system, or we can say they share the fret system. So, according to some theorists like Sühanir'den, refer to this fret system as Nihavendi Kebir fret system. Consider the Kürdî a part of it. So to me, both are valid perspective. So it's essentially a matter of naming, I can say. But since the fundamental fret system is Kürdî, call it the Kürdî fret system feels more appropriate for now, at least for now. And in this structure, melodies move between Rast Sol note and the Neva note Re note, and resolve on the Rast fret Sol note. So this specific movement defines the Nihavend Makam, original Nihavend Makam. One important note here, this is not simply the Buselik makam transposed down a whole note, whole tone. Why? Because for it to be Buselik, we must stop on Buselik note. We must show Buselik note. While Nihavend uses similar Buselik phrases in it, I'll sample it for you. You can understand better. Let me demonstrate this section first, then we can continue. So the Nihavend, as I told, between Sol, again I'm doing all explanation according to Bolay Henk register, Sol and Re. Sol, La, Si, 5 comma flat, Do, Re, La, Si, La, Sol, La, Si, La, Sol. Even we can use Fa sharp, 4 comma sharp note, which is called Irak note. Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do, Re, La, Si, La, Si, Do, Re, La, Si, La, Sol, La, Si, Si, La, Sol, La, Sol. There is an important note here, as I explained in Kürdî makam. So 5 comma, according to Aralezgi system, 5 comma C flat, I mean B if I say ABC, so this is B. B flat, 5 comma B flat is called Kürdî. But if the melody stops on or resolve on Dügah, if the melody resolve on Rast Sol note, it turns to Nihavend fret. Si, la, sol, fa, sol, si, la, sol, that's Nihavend sound. That's why we call Nihavend fret. But if this stops on Dügah, La, so that sound is Kürdî. That's why it takes Kürdî name. So same note depends on the, let's say, tonic or where it resolve. It takes Kürdî or Nihavend. Right. Now let's break it down the terkip or compound structure of Nihavend. Its main version is compound of Nihavend makam plus Kürdî makam on Neva fret. So in some sources, this is also referred to as Beyatili Nihavend or Nihavend with Beyati, because some old guys, old theorists, I can say, called that Mi flat as Beyati fret. Aside from this, there are two more variation commonly seen. So first one is Arazbar version, which is like Uşşak makam on Neva fret, and Araban version, which is like Hicaz Hümayun on Neva. These are not Uşşak, these are not Hümayun. They are very close, but if you think this is Araban and Arazbar, you can understand other makams better. So I would like to say Nihavend sound is shaped by the combination of all those four structures. So Nihavend, Kürdî, Arazbar and Araban. In many compositions, we see these structures blended together. So let me give you an example all of these three variations of Nihavend in a short improvisation. So first, sol la si do re do si la sol la si la sol la sol fa sol. So Nihavend. Then I need to reach to neva. Sol la si do re do mi re re. So mi 5 comma as like Kürdî. Mi re re mi fa fa mi re sol la fa mi re la sol fa fa sol la fa mi re do mi. That's Kürdî. Nihavend plus Kürdî. Let's do Arazbar now, like Uşşak version. Do re mi 2 comma fa sol la fa mi re sol fa la fa mi sol fa mi re mi fa sol fa mi re do la sol fa mi fa sol fa mi re mi fa mi re do la. That's Arazbar like Uşşak version. And let's do Araban, which is like Hicaz version. Re sol fa sharp 4 comma sol la sol fa sol la si la sol fa mi fa sol la sol fa mi 4 comma mi re sol fa mi re do sharp re, because Araban, do sharp comes because of Araban. Then if I need to go back to Nihavend, so I already played mi 4 comma. Now I need to take back to Kürdî version or Beyatili Nihavend version. Mi re do re do si la si, go to Nihavend fret. Si la si mi re do si la sol la do si la sol fa mi re si la sol la fa sol. Back to Nihavend. Okay. Let's talk about modulations as well. So in the Arazbar structure, we see transition to hisar, which sounds like segah on mi 1 comma fret. So we also frequently encounter sabah modulation, sabah makam or sabah terkip within Arazbar, like Uşşak style construction. And sometimes we see modulation to acem on sümbüle fret, which is higher register C 5 comma flat. Acem and Uşşak close each other because these are inside each other's terkips, I can say. Acem terkip combines acem plus Uşşak basically. Other modulations include Nihavend, hüzzam on neva, karciğer on çargah, or even karciğer on Kürdî or Nihavend fret. Let me demonstrate those, you'll understand better. First, let's do hisar modulation. Directly stop on 1 comma mi flat, it gives us hisar. Then back to gerdaniye, sol note to escape from there. And other one, because of Uşşak, sabah. So fa note register, according to Bolahenk register, fa note, acem note, or çargah now. Sol flat, 2 comma sol flat comes sabah fret. We can do more modulations related to sabah, but no, I don't want to get in there, not want to confuse you. So another one, as I thought, Acem. So what is Acem? So Acem note is normally fa note, fa natural note. But if we think this is Uşşak on neva, so neva is first degree and Acem note 6th degree. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comes to B flat according to again Bolahenk register. So B flat our Acem note now if we act like. This is Acem. Then I'm back to Neva with Uşşak if you want to continue. And also I said Hüzzam on Neva and Karciğer on Çargah. So if we do Araban on Neva, and go to Gerdaniye, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, sol, la, fa, la, sol. After sol, easily go to Hüzzam. Sol, si, la, sol, fa, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, tri, mi, tu, mi, re, mi, fa, sol, la, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, mi, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re. If you don't remember Hüzzam, check out my Hüzzam video first, understand, then come back here. So after Hüzzam stops on or resolve on Neva. If we go back one note lower, so Do note, Çargah note, it turns to Karciğer, but we need to bend 2, mi flat to 3, Fa, sol, la, si, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, si, do. Do, si, do, re, mi, re, do, si, do, sol, fa, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, si, do. Do, re, si, la, la, do, si. If you continue with Nihavend, directly we can put or play 5, B flat. Like, okay. And last thing, as I mentioned, Karciğer on Kürdî fret. So this fret comes our Çargah. So Çargah, Neva, Karciğer, Mi flat. It comes like Karciğer's Mi flat. So it comes Re flat, Re, Do, Si, La, Si, Re, Do, Si, La, Si. That gives us Karciğer actually. And Mi 1, if you want to continue. So Do, Re, 2, flat, Mi 1, flat, Fa, Sol, La, flat if you want to do whole Karciğer phrase, let's say. After stopping on Kürdî or Nihavend fret, si, la, si, do, re, re, do, si, si, la, sol, la, si, la, si, la, sol, do, si, la, sol, fa, re, si, la, sol, fa, sol. Nihavend goes back down to Araban. But which Araban? Shed Araban. Lower Araban. So shed means here you need to do Araban but 1 octave lower. So which is Yegah note. So that lower Re, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, La, Sol, Fa, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Re, Do, Fa, Mi, Re, Re. So that gives us Araban. But shed Araban. So Nihavend has that shed Araban modulation as well. I didn't mention before because I want to explain in the explanation or demonstration. So end of Nihavend improvisations mostly go down to yegah note. So si la si do re si la sol fa sol fa mi la si la sol la fa sol. You can see that Araban modulation in some piece like re mi fa sol si la sol la fa sol kind of melody it starts with, or re do si la sol fa mi re si la sol la fa sol kind of melodies. Okay, these are common modulations in Nihavend. Now we've come to the analyzing section. Our first piece is Gördüm yine bir gonca-i nadide edâyı by Rıfat Çağatay. It's a refined, elegant use of Nihavend Makam in a classical form. Let's break it down together. You can understand how the composer used the Makam Nihavend. So it starts with sol re jump, which is very common in old Nihavend pieces. Sol re do do si si do re. That's very common Nihavend melody. Re mi fa sol fa mi re do do si si la re do si la sol. So as I mentioned, the main structure Nihavend plus Kürdî makam on neva. Okay, so it used these two makams to make the first line. So then the second line, la si do si si la la sol sol fa sol. It's kind of supporting the Nihavend phrases. Re do re mi 4 comma slightly sharper I play. Mi re la sol fa mi re mi re. So that part is Araban. So it's like Hicaz. So if I continue from the third line, re sol re mi 5 comma mi comes back. Mi re do si do re mi fa mi re do sol sol fa mi re mi fa mi re. So that's Kürdî melody at the end. First Nihavend melody, then at the end Nihavend. Then it continues. Re fa fa mi fa sol fa mi re sol sol fa mi re do. It's another. This one is kind of Nihavend on çarga. Very brief melody. Re sol sol fa mi re do. That part is kind of Nihavend on çarga. Do note. Then re mi fa mi re do do si si la si 5 comma C flat, so which is Nihavend fret. Here we have to show that fret or stop, emphasize that fret. Do re mi re do si la sol. That's Nihavend. La si do si la sol sol fa re. La si do si la sol fa sol. That's last 3 bars, I can say, use Nihavend phrases. If I play first repetition, it turns back to beginning. If I play second repetition, let's play sol fa mi 2 comma flat re do si la sol sol. That melody very unique Arazbar melody. Obviously, you can see this is not Uşşak. It's similar to Uşşak. Okay, intervals are Uşşak-like, but it's not definitely Uşşak. So, kind of Uşşak. So, and it's called Arazbar because of frequency, because of the feeling of the frequencies, because of the notes. Okay, and let's go move on the meyan. Sol fa mi re do re mi sol fa mi re mi sol fa mi re. Then look what it comes. Fa sol fa mi re do re mi sol fa mi. Sabah comes. Re do sol fa mi re. back to sol natural, back to Arazbar. Fa mi mi re. Then mi 5 comma flat comes mi fa and it goes back to third line. Mi fa re sol re mi re do si do re mi fa mi re. It goes on. So that's the piece. That's how Rıfat Çağatay created this masterpiece. And as you can see, the original Nihavend has most of the composition. Nihavend plus Kürdî mainly and Arazbar, Araban depends on the composer. Sabah as kind of modulation or kind of in it, a part of it. Okay, part of the terkip. Now let's have a look at the second piece. Our second piece is called Seni, hükm-i, ezel, âşûb-i, devrân etmek istermiş by İsmail Hakkı Bey. This is one of my favorite piece in Nihavend Makam. This piece explores the romantic and expressive nature of Nihavend, I can say, in more dynamic way or dynamically. Let's see how the composer did this masterpiece. So it's again start with, as you can see, sol re jump. Sol re mi re fa mi re do si la do re si la do si la sol. So first bar and second bar gives us Nihavend, what Nihavend is. So then sol la si la si do si la sol Nihavend re re mi re do re mi fa sol fa mi re mi re sol fa mi re. That part is last. Re mi re do re mi fa sol fa mi re mi re sol fa mi re. That part is Kürdî. Then Araban comes. Re re sol sol fa fa mi re. These are mi's are 4 comma meanwhile. It's not written there, but we play 4 comma. Sol fa fa mi re la sol fa mi re fa mi re do si do çarga do re la si la sol fa sol la. That's the buselik part. So I didn't mention because I was waiting for that melody. So this is the buselik part in Nihavend. Okay, so in Nihavend, let's say scale, if the melody stops on la, so kind of melody like re la or si la sol fa sol la, that melody gives us buselik flavor. Okay, that's why Nihavend is not transposed version of buselik. Buselik has Nihavend in its terkip. Okay, I'm gonna explain it next week in buselik video. You can understand better buselik and Nihavend. Now let's focus on Nihavend. Continue with Nihavend. That bar, that line, do re re la si la sol fa sol la sol la si la sol fa sol si la do si goes to Nihavend fret. Si la sol fa do re do si do çarga do re do si la re do si. So it still insistently use Nihavend or Kürdî fret, which one you want to call. Nihavend fret we called in Nihavend piece, more logical. Si la sol fa do re back to neva, then it use Kürdî phrase. Re mi re do re mi fa sol fa mi re mi re sol fa mi re re mi re mi re do re do. It's kind of terennüm. Terennüm means this one, ikai terennüm. These are meaningless words to support the melody. Last line, do si do si la sol. If I play first return, sol re do si do re, back to beginning of the terennüm. So one line above. if I play the second repetition, sol, sol, do, do, si, la, si, do, that's çarga, si, re, do, do, re, re, la, si, la, sol, fa, sol, la, that's buselik again, sol, la, si, la, sol, fa, sol, now, Nihavend, sol, sol, fa, la, sol, go to Makam part, which is modulation part, sol, sol, sol, fa, sol, mi, tu, mi comes Hisar note, or if you want to say kind of Uşşak phrase, which comes to Uşşak fret here. Mi, fa, mi, re, do, do, sol, sol, fa, mi, fa, sol. So as you can see, it's the composer use Arazbar melody, not Uşşak melody. So if the melody is Uşşak here, after fa, mi, re, do, do, fa, mi, re, come back to, or do, fa, mi, fa, sol, should be. If it was Uşşak, it would be the melody, sol, do, fa, mi, fa, sol kind of melody. But here, do, sol jump, which Arazbar has this melody. Okay, that's why it is Arazbar, not Uşşak. Do, sol, sol, fa, mi, fa, sol, fa, la, sol, sol, sol, fa, la, sol, fa, mi, re, fa, mi, re, mi, 5 comma comes. Mi, do, re, sol, fa, mi, re. So that's it. So that's the second piece as well. So as you see, the Nihavend Makam is kind of rich, emotional and full of expressive possibilities. And its layered structure and flexible transitions make it both a challenge and also a joy to perform. And if you like to hear more improvisation kind things in these makams I explained, check out the makam explanation playlist on my channel. I'm gonna leave the link in the description, you can find it there. And you can listen to Taksim videos. The title is called Makam Taksim, like Hicaz Taksim, Nihavend Taksim. Okay, you can find those. And this series is something I create completely free of charge with no financial expectation, just to ensure that people can access accurate, in-depth knowledge about makams and learn to play them properly. Only thing I expect from you to subscribe my channel, like and share the videos. If you have any question, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll personally respond. Well, we come to the end. So until next time, stay inspired, stay musical. Bye.